Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. It's Serie. It's week 20. And what a weekend we had last weekend. I want to start off with Tan's madness, but I just can't bring myself to give him that much credit. It is absolutely crazy the way that he's cleaning lady, gives him these tips, and then he passes them on to us. So we must thank him and obviously the cleaning lady as well. Now, first of all,
there is a lockdown. There is no cleaning lady. There is lockdown. Well, actually, the lockdown is finished last Sunday, but it's not allowed the cleaning lady to cleaning ladiness in the houses. So
don't tell me you do it.
For once.
Okay, well, first of all, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means it will notify you and you'll never miss any content again. I apologize, obviously, of us not taking off on time, but technical issues. We now have clearance and we are off and running. Also, press the link in the description. It'll take you over to Tan's articles, Alex's articles, parlays, singles, and they are absolutely smashing it as well. Tan, congratulations, mate. Those are our third guest. They want more Tan madness.
As I said, guys, this is, if I'm not mistaken, the fifth time of Tan madness that is happening.
Don't exaggerate.
Exactly. As I said, this is the fifth time of Tan madness since we are together. 3 times out of 5 it went in, and the other 2 we were close. Tan madness, you have to wait for that. When it's happening, you know that something is happening. But otherwise would be Tank Daily madness, which is still mad, but it's not the Tank madness. It's different. It's different.
It's not 4.5. The 10 little madness is 2.1, something there.
It's more.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, it was plus 400. You only need to get that right 1 in 4. So I mean, listen, you're absolutely flying. Everyone in the chat, they love it. Remember, thumbs up. Give us a little thumbs up, especially obviously after a Tan madness.
80,000 subscribers. 80,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's only because of this show. It's only because it's only down to you two.
Oh, nice!
Look at that. I didn't even know that was coming on. Well done, Fab. Listen, make sure you get all of your tips and leans into the chat so the boys can either say yes or no. Let's have a little look then, Alex, at the records, because you went 4-1, and now I believe you're in profit as well. Fab, put them records up. Alex, 4-1 gets him from like -3 to now plus 0.67, so he's going in the right direction. Tancredi still at -7.48.
No, plus.
Flash 18. Boy, don't worry about that one. 18.36. That's me, chicken feed. And Parlay, he lost a unit last week. I will be going over that with the boys because obviously we don't like you losing units in Serie. But look at the total, 34.93. I'm just going to give it one of them. Fab, just turn it off. Just take it off, mate. We don't.
Okay.
We don't need
first of all,
35 units
for
up.
For Lukaku, press the thumb up. For Zlatan, subscribe. That is it.
It depends.
I don't know.
It
really.
depends. It depends.
I don't
Alex,
need to be seeing a Milan shirt on this show. Okay, this is only a training top. So you know, with your jinx, or does it only jinx in Bundesliga? I need Milan to stop dropping points.
wow,
No. That's it. That's it. For Serie A, I'm not wearing any t-shirts because. That's it. I'm jinxing teams week in and week out, so I'm done with that.
All right, well, let's kick straight on because we had a great week last week. But as I always say, that's fish and chip paper now. We've got to go again. So, Alex, I'm going to come to you first. Torino plus 180, draw plus 240, Fiorentina plus 185. They can't split these two sides, but for me, Torino against Fiorentina, got to go with the home side.
No, to be honest, if it is to take something from the winners market, and yes, right now you cannot split them because the sportsbook are giving us 2.7 for Torino, 2.7 for Fiorentina. So I think that the value, if you want to go for one of the winners, I will not, but just a lean, I would rather go with the Fiorentina in this one. That win against Crotone was crucial for Fiorentina. Torino did good against Benevento, but not so good. So if you cannot split them, both teams to score at 1.8, I think that easily, both teams will score in this match, if not at least 3 goals. But I think that the draw is on the cards also here at 3.3. For a very, very small stake, maybe you can go with a draw with goals. But for official bet, both teams to score at 1.8, make it happen.
Dominic, the Wolves, he's jumped straight in and went, I like Fiorentina better. Tan, Fiorentina against Torino. Torino disciplined, patient. Yes, they need their main man to step up. But Fiorentina, for me, away from home, no thank you.
Saul Seeker is saying about Fiorentina prediction last week, Tan, it was a superb tease answer of 5. Rodenburg is saying, when the Tan madness is happening, I feel it in my veins. He's already getting. Jack Pancake is saying, you can't force the Tan madness. Here is not happen. You can't. Tan madness is in the air. It's like love. Both teams to score for me here, like Alex. Torino, they are in the second game with the new manager. There was already a reaction with the new one against Benevento. They went down 2 goals, but they recovered. They are playing more offensively, at least for the little that we have seen, only 1 game with this manager. Fiorentina could release a bit of the pressure winning against Crotone. And I think that considering the attitude, this new attitude that seems to be from Torino, the game will be more open. So Fiorentina will be forced to come out and play. So normally I would have said under 2.5 goals. But with new manager in at Torino, Davide Nicola, I go with both teams to score as well.
Okay, I'm going to go with the home side. Draw no bet at around plus 110, maybe minus 110, or maybe just in the middle. Next game is Bologna at plus 330. They do well at home, 10. Draw plus 300. And Milan at minus 130. Is Milan at minus 130 a little gift for us?
It could be. I think there will be a reaction after what happened against Inter, which is paired with their defeat against Atalanta. Now, against Atalanta, Milan played their worst game of the season. It was 3-0. It could have been 5, 6-0. They were completely trashed. Against Inter, they deserved to lose. They also played the last half hour without Ibra and 1 man down. But at the same time, they had stamina and team spirit to resist to Inter that was actually dictating the game, but not being concrete with their chances. And I believe that 11 against 11, at least they would have get the extra time. Maybe in extra time they wouldn't make it. But let's remind there are anyway some important players missing at Milan. Kier yesterday got injured after 20 minutes, and I think he won't recover on time. It will be very difficult in Bologna, also because Bologna lost badly against Juventus, meaning that actually they played much better than the 2-0 defeat. Bologna could have drawn easily if they had a decent striker. So it will be very difficult. But this feeling of coming back from Milan, in my opinion, is too big, can't be underestimated. So Milan to win.
Tan, Ibra's red card yesterday in the Coppa Italia, is that going to be, does that work for Serie?
No. It's cup tied.
Okay, so that's different. Obviously, in England, you get a red card. You get a red card, you miss the next game or maybe the next 3 games. But in Italy, so Ibra will play.
Yes,
Ibra will play. Yes,
1,000%.
So we love that. We love that because in the chat they were all thinking that Ibra's out. So now that's good that we've got that information across. But Bologna at home, they're a decent outfit and they do push teams, Alex.
Yes, absolutely. Bologna at home are a team to fear. I think that this is a tough match for AC Milan after 2 KOs in the last 2 matches, mostly in that 3-0 against defeat against Atalanta. And right now in the Milanese derby, they lost to Inter. Of course, it was in the cup, but still a defeat against your opponent, your historical opponent. Now you have to come back to show that that was, I don't know if it was a mistake or not. I think that Inter deserved the win, to be honest. But I think that Milan, is time for them to show something, because 2 defeats in the last 4 matches in Serie A tells us about the depth of their squad, about the injuries that they are confronting with right now. Also the suspensions, also the COVID, also everything. So they are still missing important players. Yes, Zlatan is back. I think that Zlatan will be eager after he apologized yesterday for letting the team down and being red carded. I think that it will be an answer from him. I'm a little bit afraid, to be honest, to play on AC Milan at 1.8. I was expecting to see them around 2.0. So I think that the value bet most likely is on Bologna draw double chance at 2.0. I think that Bologna are a team, a very difficult opponent, mostly at home. And yeah, no spectators, but we got used with that. The teams got used with that already, you know. Yeah, I think that that is the play. I don't have anything but over 2.5 goals at 1.73. I think that also Bologna will score, and I think that this is the best take for this match.
I think the Alex Classic is probably the way to go. I expect goals in this game, to be fair, because someone said Bologna not scored in 3 games. Don't just look at the scoreline. Look at the way they've been playing. And if they had someone, like Tan said, to put the ball in the back of the net, they probably would have scored 5. And also, Rampage, Flash, are you not putting on the timestamps? I can't put timestamps on Rampage until it's finished. Because how do I know when a certain segment of the show is going to start and end? Come on, son, sort yourself out. And I mean, if you just woke up or something. Also, Jack Pancake, he's definitely on the right side of the fence as well. Next game, I thought we might have Tan Madness here, Alex. It's Sampdoria at plus 600, draw plus 350, Juve minus 200. I've gone with both teams to score an over, not even thinking about it. I think this is Alex Classic. I may just think that Sampdoria gets something out of the game with the way they're playing.
I think that is the best approach, the Alex Classic, in this one. I think that Sampdoria will find the back of the net. They have everything for that to happen, you know. I think that also Bologna could have a score against Juventus last weekend. They were a little bit unlucky not to do that. Probably this is another Juve win. Juve without impressing again in that 2-0 win against Bologna. Nothing impressive for them, to be honest. But I think that they will start to put wins, back-to-back wins, you know, to close the gap on the top spots. This is the right time for them. But I think that Sampdoria, as you said, will find the back of the net. And the Alex Classic is the most valuable bet, in my opinion, also.
Yeah, Leah's in love saying Juventus win 0. No, Leah. No. Is it Leah or Leah? Obviously, you can't tell me. No way. How can you ever have Juve win 0 at the moment? You get away with one. Like I got away with one last week in Bundesliga. I went with Bayern Munich win 0. My banker at plus 145. At no stage was I comfortable. Schalke should have scored 4. And if you join us tomorrow for Bundesliga, there is some great value to be had there. And the boys, we smashed it again last week. You're going to go Juve, though, I guess, Tan?
Yes, and I just realized there was a mistake in the tips I have sent you, because I've sent you about this only Juventus to win. But actually, if you can modify, it's Juventus to win and both teams to score. I don't see Sampdoria. Sampdoria is going greatly, starting 10th of the table, so exact middle of the table, and let's say the first of the others. If we take away the 7 big ones and Verona and Sassuolo that are surprises, but already for quite some time. So as first of the others, and is in a consistent streak, but that it can't last for a long time. Juventus have dropped too many points, in my opinion, and they are playing tonight in Coppa Italia, but that won't affect them because they are playing a second division Spal, so very easy. They will play B team against Spal, except possibly only a couple of players, including Cristiano Ronaldo, just to secure the qualification. Not too many points Juventus so far, so I don't think it will happen anymore. And Sampdoria are a bit more relaxed. What is interesting about Sampdoria is that in their actually last, because we know about Ranieri, we know what is the stereotype about Ranieri, old style, football, defensive. Well, in the last 11 home games, it has been registered 10 times both teams to score. And Juventus are conceding in defense this year. So both teams to score, both teams to score and Juventus to win.
And what is the price for that, Alex?
2.8.
What, plus 180 for Juve to win and both teams to score?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Plus 180. I will put that up on the record, and I will
This
verbally.
This is a bit of 10 madness, right?
No,
not really, because I quite like. I like Sampdoria double chance at plus 170, but I have actually sat on the fence and gone with the Alex Classic. I see this.
Stan Madness is from plus 300 up.
Oh, okay. Well, Sampdoria at 600. Next game then. Tan, Inter minus 350, draw plus 550, Benevento plus 1200. Do the visitors score? Because if they do, you're going to get plus money.
Yeah, I think they do. This derby has been very demanding for them physically, not mentally, because gave a huge boost after starting to see a bit of a ghost after drawing against Udinese, but it was a huge boost in mentality winning this derby, but also the performance. Inter dictated the game. They had 24 shots against 6 of Milan. And if we talk about shots on target, 24 against 2 of Milan. And if we talk about shots on target, was 10 shots on target, which is a lot, against 1. They really did play the performance. Anyway, it will affect them physically because Benevento is a little Milan. Is a team that is running a lot, is very dynamic, and pushing to their limit the teams they are playing, especially the big teams. It happened against Napoli, it happens against Juventus, it happened against Milan, against Inter when it happened at the beginning, but it was only the first game, the second game of Benevento, so they were just adjusting to the category. So Inter to win, yes, but both teams to score. We know how easily Inter are conceding, and Benevento are not parking the bus. So Inter to win and both teams to score.
Yeah, I mean, you both Juve to win and both teams to score. Inter both teams to score and the home win, Alex.
I think that is the correct way to go. But again, I'm a bit afraid on this Inter to win. So I would rather go for both teams to score at 1.9. I think that that represents a good value also.
Yeah, minus 110 just for both teams to score and not give a flying monkeys. First of all, I owe Rampage a little bit of an apology. I did actually do the timestamps, but now and again, when I press send or I press comment and I put it in because I had to do the timestamp for the Twitter as well. And I always do the timestamps for the show. And then I go through the show again to give us that 1 or 2 minute clip. And that came out okay. So I didn't even know what you were talking about because I did actually do the timestamps, but it hasn't come up. So maybe YouTube problem, not mine. Always easier to blame someone else. Next game. Spezia, I don't care who you are. We're attacking. We score goals at plus 310, draw plus 225. And Udinese, and there's green shoots for Udinese at plus 110, Alex.
Oh my God, there is a lot of value on Spezia in this one. Spezia draw double chance at 1.72. Absolutely amazing team. Very good, great fighting spirit. They came from 1 goal down against Roma. After that, in the same match, from 2 goals down. They equalized that 3-3. Okay, they got deflated after the 4. It was the last minute of the game. Pellegrini with a brilliant goal there made it 4-3 for Roma. But let me tell you, that will tell them that there is place to improve, and Udinese's results right now are very, very poor. So I think that this is the perfect place for Spezia to go and win this match. I think that the draw double chance at 1.72 represents great value, but I'm going because Spezia's defense is struggling also. It's like they're going all in and they're leaving a lot of spaces at the back. Udinese can score and will score. So I think that over 2.5 goals at even money for over 2.5 is a great bet, and I will take it.
Yeah, and instead of going Spezia double chance, minus 135, just both teams to score, Tan, is minus 130. That's got to be right in your ballpark.
Look, with those odds on Spezia, I cannot overlook that. But, because you say, well, it's a plus 300 or up, so it's going into turn madness. Well, first of all, anyway, theoretically, philosophically, Spezia to win Udinese is not something mad. It is for the odds, but I'm not taking Spezia to win. I'm taking the double chance home of Spezia to win or a draw. It's very, very high for what are the options. Now, it is true that when we don't understand the odds of bookies, there is always truth anyway in what the bookies are saying. We saw it in Milan Atalanta. You remember, you gave me a call at 2 a.m., bless you, a flash to tell me, why Atalanta odds are so high on Milan? And actually, the bookies were right.
They were right on the ball.
It's true. We have to consider one thing. Tomorrow, Spezia are playing Coppa Italia quarterfinals at Napoli, which Udinese are not playing. Now, last week, Spezia won the round of 16, which was incredible, against Roma, playing the B team. Spezia changed 8 out of starting 11. Roma changed only 2 out of starting 11. And still, Spezia won. We don't know if Vincenzo Italiano, the surprising Spezia manager, will play the same trick. He seemed to be oriented in that way. But all in all, he's a very clever guy. So even if he would play more players belonging to the starting 11, anyway, I see him being particularly apt to this game, where possibly he will not be so playing so offensive as normally would be, but taking care about what happened on Thursday, but still playing his game. It's true that Udinese are perfect in counter-attack. At the same time, they have just sold, surprisingly, and unfortunately for my fantasy football team, they have just sold their starting striker Lasagna to Verona. They have signed Llorente, and possibly Llorente will perform and will give his help. But anyway, it's the first game. Maybe it's still taking a bit. It's the first time Llorente is playing in such a little team. Normally, I always played anyway to someone accustomed to play in the upper half of the table. So you need also to adjust to a team that is playing pure counter-attack. So for this reason, all these things and those odds, home chance Spezia, and it's still a good one.
Okay, first of all, over 108 of you are watching. 41 thumbs up. That's under 40%. So can we get that closer to 100? The boys love to get to 100 thumbs up. See that thing now? If you turn it blue, even though someone will come on and go, it's black. But there again, if I said white, they would say black. If I said black, they would say white. They're just that type of individual. Also, Leah Unlove. So does that mean we've got another female in the chat, Leah? Or am I doing you a disservice? And it's just the way that you're trying to make me pronounce the name. Also, Focus. Listen, I don't sleep if there's value to be had, so that I can dish it out for you. So if I have to wake Tan up at 2 o'clock in the morning, then I will do it. And it was nice of him to actually respond and wake up. I can just imagine him with the little candle, with the holder and his little hat hanging over. Oh, flash.
You don't need candle actually to watch us bath in the night, but I appreciate the image.
Okay, so we've got that. Really, I think that both teams to score minus 130 is probably the way to go. And Spezia, they just keep going forward. It's an in-play job for me as well. Next game, I'm all over it. And the reason I'm all over it is because it's Atalanta at -125, draw plus 300, Lazio plus 320. Now, I had Lazio is the fifth leg of my parlay last week. I thought they were, well, pedestrian. I thought they were very, very fortunate, even though Sassuolo didn't really create much after the first 15 minutes. But I was at no stage was I happy with that back four, thinking their players, Tan, they're just so wrong in my book. So for me, it's Atalanta. And over 1.5 goals at around plus 100. It's Atalanta -125, draw plus 300, Lazio plus 320. I'm going with a home side.
I'm not touching the final outcome of this game because it's very... first of all, it would be very leveled in any situation. And even considering how the things are going of Atalanta just having this fantastic game, getting back into the race for the Champions League spot, but Lazio actually on a good streak and coming from winning in that way the derby, so in full confidence. But very weird situation. Atalanta-Lazio are playing today at 5:30 Italian time. They are playing quarterfinals of Coppa Italia, and so they will play again on Sunday. So, in my opinion, a lot in this game will be also oriented by what happened and in which way it happens today in the game, how many of the starting 11 will be played today. But all in all, considering that this is a direct match for the Champions League spot, direct match, so counts double. And we know for sure that Gasperini is never going for a draw. Possibly Simone Inzaghi with Lazio could settle back for that. But Atalanta is never going for that. So whatever it happens today, I believe it will be a live and kicking game on Sunday. So in my opinion, the way to go is the so-called Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals.
I was watching him intently, Alex, and I'm thinking Lucas Leiva, ex-Liverpool midfielder, he is a mere tourist. Honestly, what he brings to that side, I do not know. The back four, they are absolutely shocking. Akpro, he was like, and that's not me with a stutter, by the way, that is his name. He had probably his best game in a Lazio shirt. But honestly, there's only like 3 or 4 of them players that were worthy of Lazio employment for me. I'm just...
You should be happy they won and your
yeah, but in those days, I think they were going to win, Alex. They were a joke.
Yes, but you should be happy. Don't talk bad about a team that won you a parlay at 10.0 in European odds. Let them be. Yes, they played bad. You know, sometimes they are saying that good teams, even when they play bad, win games. And Lazio are one of the good sides in Serie A. Let's give them that.
But Alex, does it not frustrate you that we saw a Lazio against Roma, who absolutely, when the chips were down, they absolutely bossed the game, won deservedly, and showed a real, like, their true colours. But then I've still got, I think it was Bruges that went there and completely bossed them with 10 men.
Oh, man, let me with the Champions League, yeah. But I'm telling you one more thing, Atalanta.
I can't trust Lazio anymore, that's what I'm saying. Even though they got me my 5-team parlay up,
both teams
I'm not going to be on Lazio no more because I can't deal with them.
Both teams are coming after good streaks. Atalanta, when you said about Lazio's ups and downs, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Let's look also about Atalanta. 0-0 against Genoa, 3-0 rolling, destroying Milan. It's all the teams have ups and downs. All the players have good periods and bad periods. I think that Lucas Leiva is one of the good players in the league. He has a bad period. Let's give him credit for that. Atalanta on the other side, last time they lost a match was in November against Verona at home. Across all competitions, Coppa Italia, Champions League, and all that. Jack Pancake is asking me about Gasperini, that he's a stubborn coach, that he's taking top-level players at halftime off, and so all that. But this approach by Gasperini is giving results. I think that he's always adapting his style depending on the team that he's playing. And of course that he will replace any player in the team. You saw that Papu Gomez was the captain of the team. Look who won between Gasperini and Papu Gomez. I think that at the end of the day, both won. But the place in the team, Papu Gomez had to leave the team. Gasperini is still the coach there. And he's bringing results. Playing in Champions League 2 weeks in a row. Being there, fighting for another Champions League spot. Having an amazing team done from scratch, you know. He got all these players at this level. If you see where these players played before, you will make yourself a cross. And you will say, how come he did this kind of a team? Of course, he will remain there as a coach because the respect that he earned and he deserves is there. So this don't complicate it. The Alex Classic all the way. Clinical attack from Lazio, another clinical attack from Atalanta, 1.75, almost to make it my banker of the week, but I don't have a banker. And again, I hope that I will go 4-1, 3-2, doesn't matter, still a little bit profit.
By the way, just text to my man in Bergamo, and he told me that Atalanta should play 6 of the...
That's perfect. It's great to know that type of thing, Tan. Let's move on because Cagliari shot to pieces, by the way, at plus 225 at home. Draw plus 255. And Sassuolo at plus 135, Alex. Now, Sassuolo, they've took their foot off the gas. They're not as gun-ho as they were. And they're not picking up the points as they were.
Yeah, 3 defeats in 4 matches across all competition, including a Coppa Italia match against Spal that are playing Juventus right now. The mighty Spal that we made so much profit during the last terms. Sassuolo, I don't really understand what is happening right now with them. They have they have a good team, but the results are not showing, you know.
Still hang on, Alex. Fab, can you turn Alex up a little bit, please? There's people in the chat that can't hear Alex.
Can you hear me good now?
Okay. Can we play this trick flash until he's screaming? We said no, we don't tell you. Can we play that?
That's like, yeah, exactly. Go on.
The value is here on Sassuolo. They must bounce back after so many bad results. But on the other side, we have also Cagliari that not only don't earn points, but they also fail to find the back of the net. I mean, in their last 3 Serie A matches against Fiorentina, Milan, and Genoa, they didn't find the back of the net. So what that says to us, that both teams will try to win it. Cagliari in a worse position than Sassuolo. Sassuolo 9th there. They are still playing for that Europa League spot. But Cagliari are on the danger zone, in the 18th spot, in the red zone, how we say it. So this is a must-win for them. I still think that the value is on Sassuolo at 2.33, but just a lean.
Tan, Cagliari probably the worst informed side in Serie A at the moment. Sassuolo, they've only got a score. If they score team total over 1.5, then for me it's job done. Why have they gone a little bit conservative? Because they used to be gun-ho, they used to go for 90 minutes, but in the last few games, they've been found wanting.
Well, saluti alla Germania, addend the man. Some are complaining because they're saying they didn't hear completely my info on Atalanta, just in case.
No, they heard you, Tan. Tan, they're taking the mick. They are winding you up. They heard you. They were saying we can't hear Tan because you were sitting patiently waiting for Alex to finish. So don't listen to them.
No, okay. Well, in case that it wasn't a joke, because many are saying Atalanta playing with 6 starting 11 tonight and Lazio with 5 starting 11.
Okay.
Cagliari Sassuolo, look.
In
Coppa Italia. Look, it came as a surprise, the news from the Cagliari president, just after the defeat of Cagliari last Sunday, that he had actually extended for 1 year more the contract to Di Francesco, because many were expecting that actually it could come in this week after that game, the news of him being sacked, but he said, we extended the contract 1 week ago. And everybody was surprised, saying, wow, so he's completely going in the opposite way. Whether that is a good or a bad move, time will tell. But I have to say that many times Cagliari gave the performance that was needed. They were not lucky, or they were not consistent enough, or they were missing something, but they were not like a ghost on the pitch. Possibly last week they were, but not in the others. All in all, Cagliari are coming from 6 defeats in a row, which is equaled their worst record streak of consecutive defeats in the history in Serie A. So it's not something little. But anyway, Sassuolo, how much in crisis they are, they just can't unfold the game they are used to. It's true that they are missing Berardi. It's true that Boga is still not completely fit. But we learned in the past that missing Caputo, missing Berardi, missing Boga, doesn't matter. We can play our football. That is not happening anymore. Actually, there are also rumors that they might sell away Obiang in the middle. Things just seems not to click anymore. Seems like they have hold for difficulties for a long time, and then just they couldn't cope anymore with that. I think it's even if nothing will happen about managers, whatever will happen in this game, but the approach is definitive from both of them. Sassuolo just needing a result, and we know anyway they try to play. Cagliari totally needing to stop this streak, so at least draw if not winning. I think it will be open game, so I say both teams to score, the Alex Classic, both teams to score, and over 2.5 goals. And let me say also to Pudel Sushil, that is from Korea. What is it a trick of words I don't get?
No,
anyway,
no. Go.
Well, he's saying sexy tan. Thank you, Pudel. How it is a thank you in Korea? Please write it in the chat.
The problem is from the studio. I just asked Fab, and if we had some issues with the image or with the sound,
that's why you're looking so well, Tan.
But
because we have issues with the picture.
I don't know if it's he or she, but keeps on saying Tan is looking cute today. So how can I thank it? Also, George is asking what year is the Lazio shirt from behind. George, this is from the 2000, the year they won Scudetto, Coppa Italia. It was the 100th year of the centennial of Lazio. But to the right, to the left, I have a brand new thing, and it's the shirt of the first European Cup Champions League won by Inter in 1964. Look at this beauty when they have beaten Liverpool. Look at the beauty.
Beautiful. You want to invest in some coat hangers, though.
Also, I think that Sumi is making a good point. Bacardi, anytime goal scorer.
Do we say that Bacardi was going to score?
No, he's not playing. But let me say, and I hope that the studio is not tricking me. Kamsa Ahmida in Korean, which is thank you to Pudel.
I hope that Fabian didn't say it to you.
I really hope, because otherwise I will demand him to be fired.
Right, Alex. Cagliari Sassuolo.
Sassuolo, I said to you, my lean is Sassuolo at 2.33.
I know, I just wanted, because it was that long ago that I just wanted people to remember what you had said. Now, Crotone plus 200, draw plus 235, Tan. Genoa plus 155. Now, if you've been on the Genoa train like I have, then in the last 3 weeks, they've made us about 6 or 7 units of profit. Against Crotone, do we go again, Tan?
I go because Genoa is surprising me really week in, week out. 1 week more for Strootman to fit in this team, and Genoa manager Ballardini played him from the very beginning. It's true that Crotone have not playing bad against Fiorentina, and that was after winning large against Benevento, so we could have expected them to relax, but it wasn't in that way. They were outplayed, but they did try. It won't be easy, but though that plus 155 is too juicy in a positive way to be overlooked.
he learned from the last time.
Of course. Once you fail, second times you learn. It's playing too consistent, Genoa. Really being on top of things. And I think that the way Crotone play, especially, can fit particularly on how Ballardini is playing. So, in my opinion, very hard game. So, who is feeling to be very risky could maybe play a draw with handicap. So, Genoa to win only with 1 goal gap. But anyway, plus 155, good enough for me. Very good enough to go with Genoa to win.
Yeah, the big thing about Genoa is the way that they play, that they're one of the sides that can lock it up and look comfortable, not going searching for a second, Alex. They get their goal up, especially against Crotone. They might suck them in and just say, listen, we're not, this door's closed. We're not letting you in here.
Yeah, I think that both teams to score don't complicate it at 1.8.
Both teams to score. Genoa have had 3 clean sheets in a row.
I don't have a problem with that. Crotone are playing my way of football despite losing so many matches on the bounce, on the roll. So I think that they are one of the sides that you can take them both into score in every single match of the round. And Genoa very consistent, very good at the back, very organized, very mature, let's put it this way, when playing. Crotone with that let me give it to you style of play and see what it happens, you know.
The Alex style of play, is that not how you opened up this? My style of play, and then went, I'm going to give it to you.
You've been too many nights in clubbing, Alex. Too many nights.
Exactly.
When I was young, yes, but lately, no. With this,
we're not interested.
How was the scene in Bucharest clubbing? Was it good?
Wow, it's amazing. It's one of the best clubbing nights in Europe.
I've been once clubbing in Bucharest.
Is that because is the UK, is England still in Europe?
No, they are not.
But at that time was great.
But don't give me the clubs in England right now.
It's not happening in the Alex household.
No, both teams to score is good in my household. Me and my wife, we are sharing the goals every time.
Good. I'm pleased for that. Let's move on. Napoli minus 300, draw plus 465, and the whipping boys Parma at plus 1,000. Alex,
I don't really have an opinion about this match. I don't know which way to go. I know one thing, that Parma are dreadful right now. I know one thing, that you cannot trust Napoli right now. So really, I don't know where to go. Seeing Verona with the 10 madness beating Napoli 3-1 was great. So I don't have any bet for this match. Probably I will watch it, but no bet.
Okay, Rampage has challenged me. He said, I challenge you to pronounce Chidi's name. I hope I did it right. Chidi, okay. Tan, Napoli and Parma. Napoli, how you got them beat last week, I don't know. And against Parma, is the value in the visitor scoring, and maybe we're going over?
No, hey, we're going under. The situation at Napoli is very bad. It's very bad, and in my opinion, it shouldn't be like that, because yes, they are facing issues, but who is not? Liverpool are facing issues. Bayern are facing issues. Who's not facing issues?
Juventus are facing issues.
Juventus are facing issues. And all in all, where is Napoli in the table? Is 2 points behind Juventus. They still have 1 game in hand. It's 2 points behind the 4th place. In my opinion, it's a team to fight for the 4th place. If they would have scored that penalty, they would go into extra time against Juventus. Maybe then, who knows? Well, the situation, though, is so bad around Napoli that the president, De Laurentiis, who had prepared a contract for Gattuso to sign at the beginning of the month, now within 2 weeks, he's fed up of Gattuso and he has already changed mind. He has contacted many managers. One of them is Rafa Benitez, who won't come anyway, because to give you an example, he's paying Gattuso 2 million per year. Benitez would ask for 7 million per year, so forget about it. But anyway, this is the lack of confidence that is there, and it's stupid in my opinion. But anyway, these things happen. Obviously, the odds on Napoli to react and win are too low. and they don't mirror exactly how difficult this game will be for Napoli. And it will be, because I still see them to win, but not that easily. But since the new manager of Parma came in, Roberto D'Aversa, the manager of last year, it's true they only did 1 draw and 3 defeats if we include the Coppa Italia. But in the 3 Serie A games, always there was under 2.5 goals, because that is a system to play. I don't want to say park the bus, but a little bit of that. But anyway, being very intense defensively and counter-attack. He knows that leaving space to the Napoli offensive power that now has recovered Mertens and Osimhen could be fatal for him. So I go here, and the odds are very good, under 2.5 goals.
Why don't you go less riskier, under 3 goals on the Asian handicap at even money? So in case of 3 goals, in the match, it's a push, it's a void bet. You will take your money back.
What is the difference?
Is it one of your top 5, Alex, Tan?
So the difference is under 2.5 is 2.55. Under 3 is 2.0. The difference is that if you go under 2.5, you lose the bet in case of 3 goals. If you go under 3, you take your money back in case of 3 goals. You take your bet back.
What about both teams to score no?
I still go with under 2.5 goals, but it's a very good way to do it. Let's say that in this time I feel a bit confident about it, and I go under 2.5 goals, but considering for the next time. And it's not part of my top 5.
Both teams to score no, flash is 1.95.
Okay. And what are you going for?
I'm not going for it. I'm passing on this game.
Okay, well, then the last game is Roma, minus 135. Draw plus 300.
It's the second game he's passing, right?
Well, yeah, because he's sensible.
No.
Are we still paying him? Are we still paying him for the performance? Even if it's second?
This is the only match that I passed. For this round.
I'm just winding you up because I'm envious that you leave the Bucuresti nightclubbing.
Okay, what about Ezekiel Wabalalu? Is that the way that Chidi's second name will be pronounced? Chidi, just let Rampage know whether I'm close enough. So that's Ezekiel Wabalalu, okay? Let's see how close or how far away I was. Alex, Roma, minus 135. Draw plus 300. Verona plus 450. We need more thumbs up. Not appreciative enough. And also the 2-team parlay. We need some suggestions in the chat. You're meant to be the third guest. You're offering absolutely nothing. You just type in absolute drivel. Alex.
I think that this will be an exciting match. I think that Alex Classic is written all over this match at 1.85. Verona will come to pull off the upset here. AS Roma are full of confidence after that crazy final minute goal from Pellegrini against Spezia in a match that they were very, very lucky not to lose it, with Spezia playing so good. I think that Verona might even take something from this one. Draw double chance at 2.2 looks good, but the best is the Alex Classic at 1.85.
Okay, and there's more than small rumblings, Tan, of Dzeko being on a few people's shopping list, even though he's 47.
Yes, indeed. Fulham and West Ham. West Ham and Wolverhampton, both of them did an undisclosed bid for Dzeko, but obviously he wants to, it's very difficult. He's not going to move. The thing is that Dzeko earns 7 million euros per season, and he's 34. Very little are paying that much to a 34 years old. Roma tried actually to propose to Chelsea a swap Dzeko for Giroud, but why Chelsea should get on board Dzeko, admitting that Giroud would like to go to Roma, why Chelsea should get on board a 34 years old that still doesn't know about Chelsea system and give them that money. So he's going to stay there, and they will have to work on the brawl he had with Fonseca. Very bad situation anyway. Roma signed El Shaarawy. It's not the same kind of position anyway, but they will need to recover, Jaco. All in all, this game is very difficult. We know that once again, Verona last week, our madness confirmed that they just don't lose against the big teams. They playing against the first 7 of the table. They only lost to Inter. Now is starting the second leg of Serie A. Let's remind, we start all over again. The first leg of this was a 0-0. Actually, Roma lose it only in front of the judge in court because they did a mistake in the list they presented. Anyway, Roma, it's a turmoil because third place, third position, everything going so good after losing Derby, putting under monitoring, under scrutiny, doubting about Fonseca, maybe sending him away. If Roma wouldn't have scored that late goal against Spezia last Saturday, he could have been fired. It's crazy. Verona much more solid. They signed Lasagna, as I said. I don't see the final outcome here, even though we know that Verona is never losing against the big ones. So a double chance out could make a lot of sense. But anyway, instead of touching the final outcome of going with a madness, sorry, Sume is asking, why not a madness? Happens when it happens. Not going with that madness on double chance out, but going on both teams to score, because anyway, Roma is finding it hard to shut the gate, to close the door, and Verona are being very clinical. So both teams to score.
Yeah, Roma have gone into that Lazio hat for me. Can't be trusted. Never know when they're going to turn it on. And they look very, very one-dimensional, I should say. Fab, stick these picks up, please. Remember, we need a 2-team parlay afterwards. I'll be coming back to you in a second. So Alex's picks. He's gone for Torino. Both teams to score at -125. Bologna, over 2.5 goals in the game at -132. Spezia, over 2.5 goals in the game at +100. Atalanta, the Alex Classic at -130. Crotone, both teams to score at -125. Inter, and both teams to score +150. Great that. I hope it don't happen, but I mean, +150 is great, Tan. Juve, so now we've gone with Juve to win and both teams to score at +180.
Yes.
He changed that because it was too much of a squirrel price. Genoa +150. Roma, both teams to score, -165. And Torino, both teams to score at -125. I've gone Torino, draw no bet, -110 at home to Fiorentina. Sampdoria, Alex Classic, +100. Was tempted to have a little bit of Sampdoria, double chance at +170. But Atalanta to win and over 1.5 at +100 against a Lazio side that, even though they put cash in the pocket at +1,000, I cannot trust them. 2-team parlay, please, gentlemen. Alex, you can go first. 2-team parlay. Who's the first selection?
First of all, I want a half stake official pick on a double, on a crazy double. Genoa and Spezia at 10.0 to win, both to win.
Genoa and Spezia.
Yes, I want a half point on that at 10.0.
Okay, that's good. I'll remember.
And I want for the 2-team parlay the over in Bologna versus AC Milan at 1.75.
So Bologna, Milan, over 2.5, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's at what, -175?
No, 1.75.
Oh, okay, -130. Okay, so that's the first one going in. And Tam, what have you got?
Okay, also Claudio was asking for a banker. I ask you, if I tell you only Juventus to win would be too little, right? Yeah, too little. So I say Juventus to win and both teams to score.
Wow, you're throwing up +180. That's almost Tam madness going into the second leg of the parlay. Juve and both teams to score in the 2-leg parlay. Wow.
You all so much want a bit of Tan madness this week, eh?
I love
you
Tan
are all
madness.
just asking for a bit of Tan madness.
I love Tan madness. I'm not loving this thumbs up business though. 68 out of 126.
And remember, 80,000 subscribers. Give it to us again, Fab.
Go on then. Go on, Fab. If you love pressing
Let's go, Fab.
Here it comes.
Hey!
Okay, well, if you like this video, then
Free grown-up
press the
men.
button
Let's
and
remind.
ring the bell.
Free grown-up men.
You and you'll never miss any content again. Also, press the link in the description. That'll take you over to the SBR website where you can see articles from Tan or Alex or Martin or all the other sports will be covered by articles, giving you parlays, giving you individual and proper breakdowns. So go over there and enjoy. Remember, tomorrow morning, 08:30 Eastern time will be Bundesliga. 11:30 Eastern time will be La Liga. And at 14:30 Eastern time will be the Premier League show. You got 3 shows tomorrow. So enjoy. Take care. Thanks for all your support. Alex, Tan, see you in the morning.
Arrivederci. Io.
Best of luck, guys.
Ciao.
Arrivederci al Bitico. Arrivederci.